What if success isn't costing you money? What if it's costing you you? You've built the business, you've taken care of the family, you've become the dependable one, the entrepreneur, the mom, the wife, the oldest daughter, the responsible sibling, the leader, the one that everyone calls. Everyone thinks you're doing amazing, but nobody asks who's carrying you. If that resonates with you, you're exactly who I created this podcast for. Welcome to Rooted in Worth. This isn't another business podcast. This isn't another self-help podcast. This is a place where we have the conversations that most people simply avoid. Because after spending more than 2 decades working with entrepreneurs, I've learned something. Actually, I've learned quite a few things. Success doesn't automatically just create the peace that we look for. Money doesn't automatically create confidence. Achievement doesn't automatically create the fulfillment. And by the way, if we've never met before, my name is Suhey Piedra, and I'm an enrolled agent tax advisor. For the last 23 years, I've helped entrepreneurs build businesses, navigate taxes, and create wealth. I love helping clients create wealth. I've had a front row seat to thousands of stories from business owners just getting started to people that are making millions of dollars a year. And after all those years, I noticed something that I never expected. The biggest obstacle wasn't usually money. It wasn't strategy. It definitely wasn't taxes. It was the story that people believed about themselves. And that's including me. See, being the oldest daughter of immigrant parents assigned me the role of being the responsible one, always helping, always fixing, and always caring. I became really good at being needed even after no one really needed me. Even after my siblings, my sisters, grew up and could stand on their own 2 feet. My identity was lost without realizing it. I have really amazing sisters who are successful in their own way, and yet my identity was lost. Somewhere along the way, I confused with being needed with being worthy. How many of us feel the same? At first, I thought it was just me, that I was the only one who always needed validation and sought permission from others and needed to be in control of any and all situations. Gosh, the damage that control sometimes does. And with my family and in my business and with my clients, the pressure was on. This control of like always wanting to solve problems or always needing to solve problems, sometimes not sleeping, and most of the time not being present. See, the scary part is that I was good at it. I am good at it. I am really good at it. And everyone praised me for it, which made it even harder to stop. But all that praise and control came at what cost? Because there is a cost. I was building a successful life. Shoot, I'm still building. But it was all more of the same. Me keeping myself busy and hiding from myself. That's when I realized that success had become another way to prove my worth. How many of us tie our value to what we do? Maybe it started in school. Maybe you were the kid that got good grades. Maybe you got the good grades and people celebrated you. So, somewhere, maybe without anyone intending to teach you this, your brain made a connection. When I perform well, I'm valuable. Then you became the good daughter, the one who always listens, and the one that follows the rules. See, even though I was a rebellious teenager, like many of us are, there's a part of us that still want to be the rule follower or tends to be the rule follower. When my parents would tell me no, or I couldn't do this or I couldn't do that, I would find ways to do it. But guess what? Behind their back, I never wanted my parents to find out of the things I was doing because I had to be the responsible one, the one who helped, the one who made everyone proud. Then you became maybe the good employee, the one who stayed late, that worked harder, never complained, and always said yes. How many of us are guilty of that? I know that I sure am. I wasted many years working for somebody else. But then maybe now you became an entrepreneur. You built the business. You hit the goals. You made the money. Solved everyone's problems. But guess what? You still don't feel enough. Maybe you became the good spouse, the good parent, the good friend, the good leader, always trying to be enough for everyone else. And after a while, you don't even realize what's happening. You stop asking, who am I? And you start asking, what do I need to accomplish next so I can finally feel like enough? See, when I began that journey and I was asked to really look into who am I, it was hard. It was hard to look in the mirror because I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I liked. Shoot, I'm still going through those challenges. I still go through the ideas of, do I really like doing a certain something, or do I like it because I'm trying to please somebody else? Those are questions that are difficult to answer, but we must ask ourselves to know who we really are. See, the problem isn't working hard. The problem isn't even ambition. I love ambition. I love building businesses. I love watching people succeed. You can ask any of my clients, and they'll let you know I really love watching them succeed. The danger is when achievements become the place you go to prove your worth. Because here's what happens. You reach the goal. Maybe you celebrate for a day, maybe a week. You go on vacation or something. And then your mind quietly moves the finish line a little further. Now I need to hit the next milestone. Now I need another client. Now I need another promotion. Now I need to make more money. Now I need everyone to approve of me. The finish line it just keeps moving. And not because you're incapable of celebrating, but because you were never chasing the goal. You were chasing the feeling that maybe, just maybe, this achievement would finally convince you that you're enough. And no achievement can carry that weight. Not because success is bad, but because success was never meant to answer the question of your worth. Your worth isn't something you earn. It's something you discover when you stop measuring yourself only by what you produce. That's what this podcast is all about. Learning how to build an extraordinary life without making your identity dependent on your accomplishments. So I ask, who are you when nobody needs anything from you? Who are you without your business? Without your titles? Who are you without your accomplishments? Without the income? And perhaps, who are you without your responsibilities? If you don't know, it's okay, because most of us don't. That's exactly why this podcast exists. Every week, we're going to talk about identity, entrepreneurship, relationships, money. It's such a hard topic for people to talk about, but it's important that we talk about money. Our purpose, our self-worth, leadership, and healing. Healing, the never-ending journey. Because I don't believe success has to cost you yourself. I think, and in reality, I know you can build an extraordinary life without losing the person who gets to live it. Welcome to Rooted in Worth. I'm glad you're here. And I ask that you invite anyone that you think this is going to resonate with. Perhaps another Latina like myself, an oldest sibling, somebody who has worked hard and is sometimes tired of trying to prove their worth.